Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we're continuing with this Ford Focus for this morning, and then this afternoon I've got the black Ford KA. That's back from the body shop and paint shop, so we'll get into that a little bit this afternoon. But for now, let's get cracking with this steering rack. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, so where we was yesterday? I left it like that hanging on the jack last night. The rack is over here. I'm going to take this over to Gala Motors in Benfleet. They are great guys. They say they've got one. It's a little bit expensive, but I need to make sure that we match it. Like I said, like Ford's wanted £1,000 just for this. Crazy money. So yeah, just going to take it over to them, and then we're going to see if we can match it. I think what he was saying to me was there's two versions of this actual electronic rack, steering rack. One has 3 pins and one has 6 pins going into the plug. That's the only difference when it comes to this. As long as you match it, it should be the same. He's even saying the part number, which is on here, part number, because I had to take it to get it, doesn't really matter. You know, and these guys, they sell parts all day long. So I'm assuming that they're correct. I hope they are, I've got to be honest. So yeah, I'll take it over to them. I'll get one, bring it back, show you what we've got. And then we're just going to get cracking. I know I had a couple of comments from a couple of spanners last night saying I would have done more tests. I would have made sure that it was definitely this. You're throwing money away on parts, blah, 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 blah. I've already done that. I've already checked it. I've already scanned the car. I've already checked. I put a power probe to the plug socket that goes to this one, which is the mains socket. And I've checked the power probe whilst the ignition is on and checked the plug to make sure I'm getting a signal, and I am on both. You touch the power probe to one and it'll go green, you touch it to the other one and it'll go red. As long as you're getting that, it means there's power going to the actual rack, and there is. So it ain't no fuse, it ain't nothing like that. It's just that stopped working, so it can only be that. It can only be that. So there we go. Right, let me go off the Galas. I'll come back. I'll show you the rack, and then we'll get cracking. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. I am back from Galas over in Benfleet. And yeah, this is the other rack that I've just got from them. And what he's saying to me was about this actual plug here. It's got 3 pins in there. Some of them have 6 and some of them have 3. Don't know why the actual wiring loom part is different, because these are not different. These are the same. So I could take this off, this loom, and I could plug all them 3 into here. So that doesn't really, I don't think that really matters. As long as you disconnect it like that. This one here, the middle one, this plug goes all the way down here, goes along here to the angle sensor, for the steering angle sensor. So that doesn't really matter. That's the same. And it's just those 2 there, which I've checked them. Those 2 are the same as them 2. So everything lines up. Everything's where it should be. This is my original one with the steering straight, and I've took the key out so that the actual steering wheel locks into position, which is it's straight. The wheels are straight. And then I've moved this to line up to match this. So if we just put that one back in place, put it up, connect everything up, and then once I've done that, I'll clear the codes, I'll scan it, clear the codes, then start the engine, and then I think, well, yeah, definitely gonna have to put the wheels back on and then drop it down to the floor. And then I think I've got tell the car or teach the car. You got to, on the computer, you got to set it up so that the angle position sensor knows and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of learning, I think, when it comes to the computer side of it. But apart from that, it's a plug and play. Away you go. So yeah, that is where we are, guys. Let me set you up on the tripod. Let's get cracking. Let's get this back up into place, position, do it all up, and we'll see if this was the actual problem. You know, I hope it is. Let's go for it. Let's do this. Right, tell you what, that is a struggle on your own. Oh, God, yeah, I'm just sort of having a little rest. Oh, God, that is a struggle. But I think we're there. I think it's up. I think it's connected up. Just got to sort of button it all up and, yeah, try to see if it works. I was just checking the auctions for tomorrow. Someone's asked me to source them a car, and we'll be looking at this one tomorrow. Nissan Duke. And yes, we are going to Copart. Probably able to do some live bidding tomorrow, actually, on this. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But that's tomorrow, guys. We're still cracking on with this. We've still got bits and pieces to do. So, yes. It's, yeah, it's bolted up into the right position. You've got a bolt there, a big bolt at the front, one each side, and then a big bolt at the back. And that kind of just holds the whole subframe up into position whilst I do everything else. Like I've got the engine support mount to put on, the exhaust bracket at the back, that's got to be put on. There's quite a long metal bar that's got to be a support bar that's got to go on as well. So, yeah, still a load of bits and pieces, but do I really want to do all that before? Yeah. Let me carry on for the minute. Let me just put all the bits and pieces together. Let me put the steering rack arms back on as well. Do those up. Get it in the absolute correct position and the right thing where it should be. And then we'll put the wheels on, drop the car down, clear the codes, and then, yeah, go for it. We've got to try, haven't we? Just got to go for it. So let's continue. Set you back up, guys, on the tripod. Let's keep going. Get this one fixed. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So she's all back together. I've put everything back together. It's all buttoned up. Everything's been pushed back. All the plugs are there. Everything's been put back. Even the battery's got a full charge. I charged it overnight last night, so that battery's got a full charge. I've put the computer on it. Cleared all the codes. Everything lines up. The wheels are lining up as well, both sides. So everything's straight. So like I said to you, I just scanned the car, and then what I did was, I've done a quick erase, just erased all the codes, and the only thing that's coming up now, I'm trying to get rid of that glare so you can see properly. It's because of that, the light on the interior lights, because that's bright. Anyway, let me show you what's coming up. So all what's left now is the door module. Both sides have got issues. Don't know what's that all about. I will mention to the customer that that's coming up. But we've got no. Whereas before on the computer, before it was coming up power steering problem fault on the module. So we're getting no power steering faults now. And when I put the key in, because what has happened before, I'll put the key in, just ignition on. God, let me bloody see it. Ignition on. Straight away it was coming up power steering fault. So I'm getting none of that now. I'm getting none of that. So now I'll start the car and I'm still getting no faults. The car is obviously on the ground to test for the power steering. So now, lovely, beautiful, exactly how it should be. So I think I've got to just we've got to do something with the angle steering angle position sensor or something on the computer. So I've got to look into that. But guys, that has actually worked. So that was definitely the fault, that rack. And it's this motor, this computer module thing. That was the problem. Don't get me wrong, that was a lot of money. I think that was 340 quid or 350 quid, something like that. But that actual steering rack is off of a 2016 plate Focus. So, you know, he's got a great chance now of that lasting out, because obviously the car is a 2011. So yeah, that has actually worked, and I'm glad, because he wants his car back for work. he's got to get his car back. So yeah, you know, apart from the like I said to you, the angle sensor on the computer, I'm gonna just check that, make sure that's all good. We're done. We're finished. The customer can have his car back. I will take it for a test drive, take it around the block, just check everything, just make sure that it's all good. But apart from that, guys, it's done. We're finished. So let's get this outside. I'll run it around the block, just test things and look at stuff, making sure, just check. And then I'll bring in the Ford KA, the black one that's back from the body shop and paint shop, and I'll show you what's going on there. And yeah, we'll just continue with that Ford KA today, and give that a good push forward as well, because it's still raining outside. I can't get outside to the EcoSport yet. I'm not working out in the rain. I ain't doing it. So yeah, let's continue. Let's do this. But happy days, eh? Happy days. Right, okay, guys. Just want to quickly let you know what's going on with this one. Just took it for a test drive. Definitely got to get the tracking done. So that's one thing I've got to go and get done for him. And there's a like a banging, knocking noise coming from one of the front wheels. I know it just sounded really weird. The trouble is with this is that I didn't drive it before it come to me because the power steering was gone. So I don't really know what it was like before. I will speak to the owner to see if there was a banging noise, knocking noise before. It could be the rear. I don't really know. So yeah, that's a little bit strange, and it's a little bit sort of, you know, because I've disconnected some of the steering bolts and stuff like that. It feels like it's my fault that there's an issue there, and I need to find it and check it. The other thing it could be is that because we've changed the steering rack, I'm using the original track rod ends that come with the steering rack. I'm not using the original one off the car. That could be another issue, is that these look pretty new. I don't know if he's had these done recently, but they look and feel really nice. So that could be the issue, is these track rod ends. So I might have to change those over. In fact, I think I'm going to, just to be on the safe side, let me do that first, do the track rod ends, and then we can then see what it's like, take it for another test drive and go from there. The other thing that was happening as well, and I don't know if it's, you know, it's all related, but when I was driving it, the traction control ABS light kept flashing. And I don't know what that's all about. I've got to check to see if it's all good, because I didn't touch any wirings when it comes to those kind of bits and pieces. So that's a bit strange, but I will just double check everything to make sure that it's all plugged in. Maybe there's a loose connection somewhere. Again, it could be the fact that it's always done it and the owner didn't tell me. I just don't know. So yeah, but for now, we've got to keep going on this Focus. I really want to get it back to him today if I can. So let's change out these track rod ends, and yeah, just see how we go. So let me set you up again, guys. We have not finished yet. We have not finished with this Focus. Let me set you up. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, let me show you what I found. So basically, I'm just checking, because obviously this side is what I undone. So I'm just checking that to make sure that's done up tight. The drop link as well, that's nice and tight. So it weren't nothing to do with this side. Now, on this side, my battery's dead again. This drop link was a little bit loose at the bottom, so I'm assuming that was the knocking noise. And this track rod end was a little bit loose as well. So I went to do up this track rod end a little bit more, and I snapped the bolt. I can't believe I did that. I'm not that strong. Snapped the bolt straight through. This one is really quite loose as well. So I'm going to change it over. Yeah, this one's really loose. So I'm going to change it over for the one that's on this rack. Just spray a bit of oil all over the nut, so we can get it loosened off. Yeah, so I'll undo this and I'll swap this over, because this is really nice and tight. There's not hardly any movement in that end. So that'll be a better one to use anyway. So I'll take this off, I'll swap it over, kind of line it up where I think it's going to be okay. Then, so how many turns I undo this to get it off, I'll put the other one back on, put the same sort of amount of turns on, then connect it back up, then take it for another drive, then take it for the tracking, and then we should be done. I've had a look at the ABS sensors. This one seems really loose. Now, this hub part didn't really, I didn't move that at all, so that shouldn't really, I didn't really affect that. It could be a case of it being that loose all the time. I don't know. I'll have to speak to him, but we might have to change that sensor. I'm not sure. It does feel a bit looser than the other side, I've got to be honest. It may be that it's losing connection as we're driving. I might try and put a cable tie around it, actually, or some sort of, to try and hold it a bit tighter for him. Maybe that'll help, I don't know, but I'll try. But yeah, what a sod, eh? Bloody snap the bolt. So yeah, I'll swap it over and we'll go from there. Let's just do this. God. Right, okay, so that is the track rod end replaced. Yeah, my fault. Look what I did. Snapped it right off. Don't know my own strength, but I just wanted to make sure it was tight because I was definitely getting a banging from something. But that's done. It's all back together. I'll take it for another test drive. I'll drive it about. If everything's okay and it feels good, I'll go straight and get the tracking done. And then once that's done, I'll come back and let you know how I get on. And then hopefully we can then jump on to the KA to finish off the afternoon. So bear with me and I'll see you soon, guys, and let you know what's going on. See you soon. Right, okay, guys, I am back from the second test drive, and it drives absolutely lovely. No knocks, no bangs. The steering was slightly off. Got the tracking done, and it's absolutely spot on now. But on the way to the tracking place, it was flashing up with the traction control ABS light. I always take, if ever I'm going to have a test drive, I always take the computer with me. Took it with me. And it come up with the steering angle sensor was out, or there's an error. The guy at the tracking said it's probably the tracking that's doing it, and because obviously the steering is at a slight angle, it's knocking it out and it's giving you a code. So once he'd done the tracking, and on the way back, it was absolutely spot on, perfect. So this is completely finished and done. So now we can move on, and yeah, I've got a little bit of break when it comes to the weather, so I'm going to jump on that. Get the EcoSport pushed on a little bit because the weather is now, yeah, there's no rain in a minute, so I might as well get on with that for the moment. So let's go and get the EcoSport pushed along, and I'll explain what's going on there. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, with the EcoSport, I had this sent away. And this is the airbag crash module. You can see it there, restraint control module. And it's all clear. So now we can crack on with the inside. Let's get this back in place, put it underneath. Because even if I get it running or get it on its wheels, I still can't maneuver it about because the inside's not finished and complete. So, and if it starts to rain, at least I'm in the car, not outside the car for the moment. So yeah, let's get cracking. Let's get this inside, you know, pushed along, completed. I'll probably set you up in the back if I can. I'll open up the boot and get you set up in there, so you can see me finishing off. I just want to hoover up the floor. I just want to do it, you know, get the inside done if we can. So yeah, let's crack on. I'll set you up and let's do this. Right, okay guys, so as you just saw there, apart from a little bit more cleaning and a little bit more sort of upholstery cleaner on the carpet, it's looking like a car again, so that's good. There's no reason why we can't start this up to see if the airbags have gone off. We've got no lights, so that'd be good if we can. Hold on. Brake fluid level low, we know that. But yeah, at least the actual airbags have gone off now, you know. So we are definitely moving in the right direction now in this car. So yeah, we just got to get it, get that corner done on the suspension, get that hub changed over, and then we can get it back on its wheels and actually take it inside and work on it inside without it being rained on. So I got lucky today, got a couple of hours, so I managed to get the inside done. But yeah, I'm well happy with that, guys. Really, really happy with the progress of this now. Obviously, we're going to have all these lights because we are going to have all them lights. It just doesn't matter, does it? Because of... yeah, it don't matter because of obviously the ABS... you know, it's just traction control. It's all on there still, but at least the airbag lights have gone off, and we've changed the airbags. They've all been changed over in here now, so that's good. So yes, let's turn that off for the moment. Don't know what to do about tomorrow now. Whether or not, if we've got time and it's not raining, I want to crack on with this one. If not, we're going to do something else. But I'm happy with the way that it's gone. So that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me do the focus on the steering rack. That's all finished. That's complete. The owner can have that back. And we've now completed the inside with the seats. I've hoovered up, put all the trims back, cleaned up the sides of the plastics where I can't get to now. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.